Okay, everyone, we will return to the section 4. That will be the about issue about the perspective. Yeah, how we're gonna apply the idea of view selection into your work. So basically, the perspective, as I introduced to you, is when we draw the building, it doesn't have to think that I don't want you to flood yourself with the levels of details, but just want you to start to perceive the view and composition of the buildings, and we just go with one another, just one by one, and apply Jimmy, Timmy, and Ann into your work. It will be like this. If I put, yeah, this is the line. So you can see we define the edge of the forms, and for the first one, right, like this. And then after that, when you get the major form, yeah, you go with the secondary one, and then after that you establish the ground floor. So you can see that it doesn't have to begin with the very detailed things, but just begin with the major form first, and then after that you keep adding more details into your work. Yeah, like I told you in the first week, that drawing by the eye doesn't have to flood yourself with the reality. Yeah, we know that, okay, the building has a roof, right, has a roof, has a form, and the lights come this way, blah blah blah. But no, I just want you to draw on what you see. Yeah, and if we go back like this, you may see that, yeah, we just draw on what the building is, what the building locate and reflect to our eyes only. Yeah, you doesn't have to think that, oh, it has blah 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 very details on that. Yeah, just keep painting or sketching on what you see only, and that will be quite helpful. Yep. Okay, and I will not go that deep about like the worm eye view, people's eye view, and bird eye view, because I have already talked about that in the week last week presentation. Yeah. And okay, we come to the view selection now on the frame. How to say that? It will be like the framework. Yeah, the overall composition of your picture. Yeah, take it this way. Actually, what to draw, it doesn't, in architecture it may be different. Yeah, I will bring the idea of storyboard drawing and production into this one. Yeah, because it will define more kind of more view. But it actually in architecture sketch, we may come up with the sketch of the far shot, the medium shot, the close shot, and the close up. There, actually, in close up is more like, sketching the object. Yeah, and when you start your sketch, it will depend. If you sketch the far shot, the detail doesn't have to be that much, but you should get the overall form as much as you can, and we keep adding more details into the close up. It's just like when we taking the photos, right? In the close up, in the picture, we may need to put, it will show us very details of the object, or even details of the part of the building. Yeah, that's why I say that if you sketch some part of the building, that part, if that part is important enough, that part should add some details of it, or show any kinds of details. because if you add only the form, it will be nothing, because it will establish like the edge of the object only. Yeah. And okay, next one I will show you. The It will be the storyboard thing, right? This is the how we draw storyboard. In storyboard sketching, actually in movies there's a many scene and many action, and each camera shot defines something. Yeah. Mostly in architecture sketch, it will be mostly like established shot into this one. Yeah. But on the other area, it will be, how to say that, it will be different objective of the camera shot, right? Whether it will be like the close shot and extreme shot that show the face and show emotion of the protagonist. Yeah. Even the shot down or over the shoulders mean that it shows how the protagonist interact with the environment, what the environment look like, and how the views affect to that protagonist. Yeah. Just like in architecture too, whether it be established shot and full shot, these these shot may have to tell something about that. Yeah. So there's some of the examples of my work, just like this one. This is kind of established shot or far shot, as you can say. I would say like it, far shot, medium shot, and close shot. Okay. So for this one, it's like a far shot, right? It tells about the main building is a shirt, and I think it's a shirt. Yeah. And the other area is like the shirt among the house. Yeah. And it was near the street. Yeah, something like that. Or even this one. Yeah, the far shot too. The buildings, the is the buildings, I try to get rid of its details away, but some of the building they still need to be like some more details, so I get the overall major detail as much as I can, and I am trying not to make it pop up enough, because it will take away the focal point that I want to make the people who see my work to focus on the building at the center. Yeah. And I try to aid the picture by making the shade looks more strong, just like this in this area. Yeah. Or even this one, you see the shot of the picture, but I think the but this one is this is the picture I take from, no, I didn't say take, I reference the work from the main artist. Yes. And I try to study on what he thought. Yeah. I don't remember the name of the original artist. Yeah. But I try to understand of how he adjusts the lighting in the picture, and how he used the shadow, shade, anything in that since and I try to establish into my work as well. Yeah. Okay. Or even this one, this is a very far shot, and I painted on like A2 something. Yeah. So mostly, even the location, they don't have much details, but I try to come up with some with some technique that gonna bring some more details into the area that doesn't have doesn't have detail like this in Greece, because the building is very clear and plain. Yep. And they don't compose much of the details. So I use the ink to I use the ink to get it forms and hatch all the shadow as much as I can. So it gives some intense into the picture, yeah, so that it will not look so plain, yeah. I would say that the more you work on the large paper, you need to add lots of details as much as you can, yeah. And that will give you a very good I mean, how to say that, it will give you a very interesting elements into your picture, yeah. Don't forget that. Okay, next one will be the section 5, which we will continue to the next video.